The author's opinions on GH are his and his alone. They're suitably scathing, fairly humorous, and normally bang on target. When it comes to General Hospital, every fan has their own opinion. And SoPub is no different. For 5 days we sat and watched the good, the bad, and everything in between. And now we offer you a handy review and a cheeky critique of the GH week that was. Recasts rarely take me out of a scene. But I couldn't help but blanch when the bag was pulled off that peroxide blonde's head, and Holly, Emma Sams, gasped, "Ethan. That might be your Ethan, but he's not my Ethan. Nathan Parsons, where were you when you were needed?" That said, this Ethan sure does resemble a young Anthony Gary, so he's got that going for him. Apparently Drew Cameron Matheson didn't know his Greek mythology that well, because as gods and goddess go, Demeter is pretty up there in the pantheon, being Zeus's sister and all. Also, do you mean to tell me that that map was folded up in that book all that time and Oscar never once questioned Drew about it? There's expecting your fans to suspend disbelief for a good story, and then there's just poor, inexcusable plotting. Chase, Josh Swickard, finally has his job back. Thank Gee that's over. Until he finds out that Brooke Lynn, Amanda Seton, pulled some strings to get him that second audience with the review board, that is. Huff's surprise, not so much, Sprana fans. Victor Cassadines, Charles Shaughnessy. Madness pushed Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, and Trina, Tabiana Ali. Oh, so much closer together. At least there was some payoff for die-hard fans when they shared an intimate moment, maybe their last, on the Haunted Star. Asterisk, I'd like to think that General Hospital is actually about to embark on storylines with Molly, Haley Pullos, and Christina, Lexi Ainsworth, at the helm, but something tells me that as soon as the show can hammer home the symptoms and treatments for endometriosis, Molly will go back to being a rarely seen, and rather than have Christina run that charitable home for youth, she'll only be called upon when the need arises for someone to sing Sonny's. Morris Bernard praises asterisk. In the wake of Joe Flanagan's needless dismissal and the even more needless killing of his character, a contingent of fans clamored for Alexis, Nancy Lee Gran, to be given a new love interest, and Chris and Dan and Chris answered them by pairing her with Gregory Harrison, and then having him diagnosed with ALS. Way to listen and reward, boys. It's fun when a series lets a character speak for the audience at large, as was the case when Carly, Laura Wright, pointedly questioned Ava, Maura West, and Nina's, Cynthia Watro's, friendship. What's not fun in the continuous returns to the dry as bone well that is the Carly/Nina feud? It's stale, it's uninspired, and it's no longer entertaining. That said, I will grant Carly 2 things. She hit the nail on the head when she threw in Nina's face the fact that Nina and Nina alone is to blame for her and Willow's estrangement. That is what she gets for making Willow's life hell just because she wanted Nina and Valentine to make Charlotte mind and teach her that bullying isn't very becoming, and that it's Willow's decision who gets invited to her heading. But you know what else? That works both ways. It's fine and dandy for Willow not to want Nina there, but it's another for her to browbeat Michael, Chad Duell, into inviting Sonny, Maury Spinard. Michael is as entitled to his feelings as she is, and he should have made that argument instead of acquiescing. Robert, Tristan Rogers, and Diane, Carolyn Hennessy. Cute-ish. Though I could have done without him pulling her into that kiss while she continuously and loudly protested, even though it was played for laughs.